Hey, so before we start this video of 20 games of Nurse, and for the actual intro, I think is where I'm going to put this, I had an idea to change a few things. So, first of all, this is what the basic killer looks like in as all the characters. So we obviously got the basic Trapper right here, and yes, I have all killers, Prestige 1. I've been playing a lot of games and Survivor to believe, but you guys will see my kind of first impression of all the killers. Wraith obviously has the original, but I do have Rift Pass, and it gives me this as well as the event, which I think he looks phenomenal in. And then Hillbilly doesn't really have anything other than these green outfits, and I kind of just use this for this. So, what I decided to do is I thought it would be fun for every single one of these videos, before we get into the very first game, we basically load up, we basically get him a skin. And there's a few rules to this. Rule number 1 is it has to be a blue or above rarity. And number 2, it cannot be a Rift Pass skin. So skins that were gifted from, by behavior. For example, this skin here for Trapper, I don't need to buy a Trapper skin. For Wraith, if it was only this skin for the Battle Pass, I'd have to buy one, but thank God we got this. This is just incredible. So we're here, we're going to buy a skin for Hillbilly. And another rule I might as well mention in this part, we are only allowed to use perks from killers up to this point. So you will not see me using Doctor or Oni's perks or Unknown's perks. You'll only see me using Hillbilly, Wraith, Trapper, and of course Nurse and default perks as well. So let us buy ourselves a beautiful Hillbilly skin here. Reset. What is going on, guys? My name is Ethan. Welcome back to another video. So we're here because I have a little bit of a... Actually, I got you. So before hopping into this video of 20 games of Dead by Daylight with Nurse this time around, I thought it would be cool to add a little change up, a little bit of a fun idea to this. So, as you guys can see right here, this is a Trapper skin that is bought from the shop, and this is a Wraith skin from current day's Masquerade. I don't believe Nurse's video is coming out in 3 weeks, but right now is the Masquerade event. So I thought it'd be fun that every single video I would buy a skin for that killer to represent this is the killer, obviously with Hillbilly. I didn't do that because I only decided it after the Hillbilly video went live. So that's why right now we're going to buy the Hillbilly skin, and there are a few rules to skin buying. Rule number 1, it has to be a blue or higher rarity. For example, this wouldn't count. This wouldn't count. These just kind of change your clothes wouldn't count. It would have to be this all the way up to, obviously, Rift Pass Ascended. I would count this because it's in the shop. This would be included. This would be included. All of these skins here. Now, skins that are specifically Rift Pass, for example, like this one I got for Wraith, would not count because I came in the Rift Pass. But if I buy it from the shop, or it is given during an event, or behavior is just giving out a free skin, like with Trapper, it counts. So we're going to do Hillbillies because we didn't do that in the last video, and I'm going to buy this one. I love the Blighted skins so much. This isn't terrible, but it looks kind of goofy. Although, that is kind of cool. And I do actually think this is one of the cooler okay, superhero style. He literally looks like just Batman with a chainsaw and an axe. I just think the Blighted one looks just more messed up. You know what? We're going with Blighted. I've made my decision. We are buying the Blighted skin. So this represents the end of Hillbilly. Now let's get back into the actual video, or the beginning of the video that you guys wanted to see.
Let's go, lose control, slip and slide on the dance floor. Let's go, lose control, slip and slide on the dance floor. Let's go, lose control, slip and slide on the dance floor. Let's go, lose control. 3, 2, 1, drop it.
What's going on, guys? My name is Ethan. Welcome back to another video. We are here for another Dead by Daylight video. With today's video, we will be playing as Nurse 20 times and learning, hopefully, some tips and tricks for basically anyone who is brand new to the game. Now, if you don't know what Dead by Daylight is, here is the quickest rundown I could possibly do. There are 5 players, 4 survivors, and 1 killer. The survivor's job is to finish generators and avoid the killer, and then escape. The killers is obviously the opposite. They have to kill all the survivors by putting them on hooks multiple times before the gens are completed and they escape. Very, very simple concept. Now, all killers have a unique ability, basically. Nurse's ability is the ability to blink. And basically, a blink is when you see her, and then after you blink, she just kind of disappears. Yeah, that's basically the best way I can describe the ability blink. Now, she could obviously blink through walls, floors, and she's also even given 2 blinks at one time, and sometimes even 3 or 1 depending on the add-on you use. But without further ado, let's get into game number 1. So guys, it is time to pick our nurse's skin since we didn't have any, and I think I've looked at a few. This one just looks really, really cool. I've always loved these. I've always loved the Blighted. This looks really, really cool as well with the whole flame style. But I'm gonna go with Lady Lunatic purely because I really like the whole red coloring of it. And yeah, that's basic. And it also reminds me of something my girlfriend wear. Hopefully she's not insulted by that. But this is the one we're gonna be running for our gameplay. Now, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, hold on. Let's see how dapper we look. How dapper do we look? And of course, I do have like the Rift versions, but obviously those don't count. Yep, that looks awesome. Can we put on the other saw instead? I feel like. Why does that kind of match with the whole like flowers on her head? You know what? I'm gonna run this. That looks actually genuinely perfect. Game 1 went poorly, so for the first time ever, let's actually start off on game number 2. Game 2 started with an early hit, followed by a down a few seconds later. Saw these 200 gens and decided to hit them both so they would, get off my gens, because that's not allowed. This person clearly doesn't know how to play against a nurse. Like, what are you doing? I used the super lunge to get this guy trying to escape. Got this guy who was trying to fix a gen. How dare he do that? Heard an explosion in the distance and decided to go take a look, just to find this lonely guy hiding in the closet. Is he scared of me or something? I don't know, I'm not that intimidating, I'm just a nurse, I'm here to help. Saw this guy go into the locker, so I decided to wait for him to try and get out, and then grabbed him and carried him to his death. I love when you throw a pallet and I just appear behind them and kill them. It's hilarious. That's what you get for being cocky, bitch! Okay, bro, who are you trying to hide from? Seriously, who? Why are you running in front? What is going on? Like, huh? Saw this person in the distance and did not waste the opportunity to go and finish them off. Thank you, Nurse is calling. Finish up the game with a Mori for the easy dub. Don't go away yet, guys. We got a lot more coming up. Game 3 didn't go anywhere near as good as I was hoping it would go. Game 4 started off with an easy hit, and then a hit that actually seemed totally unfair. Like that, this was awful. How are you supposed to avoid this? That seems not fair at all. This Twitch streamer thought they could hide from me, but they were sorely mistaken. Yeah, you aren't escaping the blinks of death. Why would you run back into me? Like, see, if you didn't run into me, you wouldn't be laying on the fucking floor. Yoink! Got you looking stupid. Surprise, motherfucker. This streamer begged for their life, so I spared them. For now. Yeah, looping with Nurse isn't the best, but blinking so they have no idea where you are and able to go through walls is always a better option. I killed this person after they got unhooked and listened around and ended up finding someone in a locker. I ended up putting them both on hook. I killed the TTV, but not before they saved this person. They ran away and then came back, so I killed her when she was going to try and save her friend, which made it very easy. They all died in the basement together to make it the easy W. Game 5 was much the same, with me killing every single person and finishing off the game by killing this bot with the awesome Mori for that perfect back-to-back win. Game 6, I was so close to get that back-to-back win, but unfortunately I let one of them escape through the hatch. You hate to see it. Game 7 was terrible. Yeah, we don't need to see any gameplay on it. I think we're going to leave it on that comment. Game 8 started with the super quick 1-2 punch to take this person down. I did the craziest blink on this person. I was lost, and I was the one doing the blinking, which is crazy. This guy heard me a little bit too late. Took this person off gen, which is super satisfying, I must say. Get blocked by my boy, The Rock. Another one fights the test. A person died for no reason at all, which I found kind of funny. I don't know. Okay, this is getting ridiculous. How do you counter this? Like, what? I love being undetectable, because then you can just teleport and grab them off gens. It's perfect. I slugged this one girl and decided to just slug her to get the easy 4-kill win. GG's! Game 9, we got that back to back. They got 3 gens, and I had no hooks at the beginning of the game and somehow won. Clutch of the year, man. Clutch of the year. And again, in Game 10, we get the huge back-to-back-to-back win. Let's go! Game 11 sucked. Game 12 was, again, pretty bad, but not bad enough where I let every single person escape. Game 13, I got the fastest win I ever did. I'm pretty sure it took 2 minutes. It was so fast, instead of just writing a script about what happened, I'll just be quiet and let you guys just watch the full game, because why the hell not? Yep, that was the entire game. I hope you all enjoyed that. Game 14, I almost had the back-to-back, but unfortunately, this person escaped. Then, the exact same thing happened in Game 15. I just needed one more kill, are you kidding me? Game 16, got the insane blink to get the first hit, and then recovered and got the second hit. I trapped this girl, and she just kind of accepted her fate at this point. I downed someone right next to the hook. It was like it was almost meant to be. You think a pallet can stop me? I am a god. Buddy, I hate to break it to you, but windows aren't gonna save you. Sorry, buddy, but I am the Dark Souls boss you can't beat. I rose out of the ground like the Grim Reaper, ready to gather your sword. Finally, I killed this guy and got the big W. Game 17, I only ended up getting 2 kills, which isn't bad, but it could have been a lot better. Game 18, we're on the Freddy Fazbear map. Let's go. Started the game by knocking Leon. Buddy, wrong game franchise. What are you doing? I don't know what this guy was thinking, but it cost him his life. Blinking through walls at people is the absolute best feeling. Yeah, I don't know why he didn't run either. I'm confused. You were supposed to slide away from me, not into me. That's how the game works. Got this girl trying to save her friend, but we all know that's a bad idea. Got this guy again trying to save his team, but he basically helped me secure the win. Easy. Another big win in Game 19. Can we end this video with the back-to-back-to-back? Let's see. Alright, Game 20. Here we go. Got this guy while playing Ring Around the Rosie. While carrying the body, someone tried to stop me from hooking them and failed absolutely miserably. Buddy, pallets don't work. Don't you know this? The super lunge strikes again. Jake tried saving someone and went down in the process. So sad. Using a chase-focused add-on on Nurse just kind of makes her even more broken. This person ratted out their friend, so I went and hit her friend. This person pal blocked me. Respect. I respect. The ultimate mind game works. Down goes the bot. Caught you healing. How dare you? Fish off to Leon to win the game and get the back-to-back to finish off this video. That was a very, very fun video. That was a ton of fun to record and edit. But now it's time to take a look at our stats. So we finished off the games with a total of 59 kills, which is an average of almost 3 kills a game. It's about 2.95. We're going to say 3 kills a game. That's insane! 59 out of 80 people died. That is... What? I even finished with the first ever time of a winning record of 11 wins and 9 losses. If I got all of those games with only 3 kills and I actually ended up winning those ones, I would have added on, I think, an extra 3-4 wins. That'd have been insane. But that is 55% winning. I'm more speechless than anything. Now, time for the tips. My 2 biggest takeaways of this is when you have 2 blinks, my recommendation is always teleport to their last position so that if they decide to double back, you're in the spot that they were, so you'll hit them, or you can use the second blink to adjust where they went. So if they're right in front of you and they're going left around a wall, teleport to where they were before they went behind the wall because they might double back. Or you get there, you can adjust to find where they are and teleport directly to them. That is my best recommendation when having 2 blinks in general. Second tip is that if you see that they are about to vault a window or a pallet and you're not going to make it with a swing, just teleport to the other side. You can teleport through walls. It's extremely easy to teleport to the other side, and that is a guaranteed hit unless you miss it. Well, not guaranteed. A few times I missed. So, not guaranteed, but a really high likelihood that you're going to get the hit. But those are my top 2 tips. Now, let's go over to the tier list and rank the Nurse. So guys, we actually condensed down the tier list, so now it's only S, A, B, C, D, and E, and we just put the tiers inside. So it makes it a lot more simple, more compact, instead of having S all the way down to F with having like A minus, A plus, and all that stuff in there. So that did actually mean that Wraith got a boost because I decided to lower A tier. A minus tier basically took the top of B plus tier as well. Like Wraith was at the very top of B plus tier, so Wraith got put in with the A tier, which is pretty cool. So right now Wraith is in the lead, then it's Hillbilly, and then Trapper. That's just the overall explanation. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to actually rank the Nurse. Hell no, she's not going in F tier. Don't worry. So she was a ton of fun. Like a blast to play. The most fun I've had playing a killer so far. Her power is a 10 out of 10. Like, it is so broken, and it's so much fun. Her learnability, it's okay. Like, it is very difficult to learn. I even had an add-on that showed me where the blink thing was, because it took me a while. I couldn't get used to it. But then again, playing it more, you'd get better. But for basically, for just the 20 games, it was pretty average to learn. Not way too difficult, not overly, like, complex, like some characters have been, but not super, super easy, like Wraith. And then her map control, I thought was pretty good. I thought it was pretty good. So overall, I'm gonna put Nurse for. Keep in mind, this is only after 20 games, not including like the hours and hours, not D tier, not including the hours and hours and hours of gameplay that you'd play to become one of the best characters. Because obviously, I know she is an top of S tier, best killer in the game. For me, I'm putting her in A tier. I know there's gonna be a riot. I'm already aware I'm gonna get some people mad at me. But personally, just based off of a brand new player. That's why, for example, I know Hillbilly, people rank him A tier, S tier. But for me, he was so difficult to learn. If you play with these killers a lot, you could do good with them. Some are way easier to learn than others. But for me, I think Nurse is A tier for a new player, basically. I'm not ranking these as... My actual ranking video will come up once I finish all of the killers, which honestly might be a while. But for me personally, I put Nurse in the very top of A tier. But yeah, that's going to be it for today's video. I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you guys did, leave a like, subscribe down below. I'll see you guys all next time. Peace.